Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that I think needs to be honest either with themselves or with somebody else. We've got from the Dark Goddess Oracle, one of my favorites, Ma'at, and we have Judgment written on the card. This is one of the few decks where I really do like to read from the book that comes with it, because there tends to be some really good advice. But in case you don't know, Ma'at is the archetypal judge of Egyptian origin, the daughter of Ra and wife of Thoth. She decided whether a person would successfully reach the afterlife by weighing their soul in form of the heart against her feather of truth, and was the personification of the cosmic order and a representation of the stability of the universe. So in other words, there could be judgment levied against you or against, perhaps by you, or against your love interest, perhaps. But the advice is avoid criticizing the efforts of others. You have been judging yourself too harshly. Someone is keeping the truth from you. Don't be afraid to speak up. Your honesty will ensure the desired outcome. The worst is now behind you, and keep your material and spiritual lives in balance. With those sentences, I feel like for the majority of you, one or two will really resonate for you. You may even want to just kind of rewind that and see what you think. But this is basically either about introspection and thinking about who you really want to be. Somebody may be judging themselves too harshly, or we could be potentially judging somebody else too harshly. Hello there, Jimmy. How are you, hon? Hello, Brian. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Holy Yoga. Hello, en France. Hello, lover. How's it going? Thank you. I'm like in my scrub outfit. I had to get out of the costume earlier. A beaded dress is not the most comfortable thing to hang out in all day, but I do love me some sweatshirts. So let's call in spirit, shall we? And see what else we've got for you. A little bit of wind chime time? Or a lot? I don't know. Let's see. I hope you all are having a wonderful night or day. Hello there, Illuminati. How are you? We're almost to Halloween, you guys. Can you feel it? I'm excited. Hello there, Jess. How are you doing? All right, let's dive in. We're going to go with the Beginner's Tarot and see what we've got. Oops. All right, what do we have? I was going to jokingly call this the late night edition, but it's like 8:30. Obviously later than I normally do reading, but still. Also, if you are interested, I have a special right now, $25 PayPal or Cash App for an end of the year reading. See what kinds of insights you might need to know about in terms of career or love for $25. And my email address is in the description box below. I also am going to have an announcement tomorrow. So if you are able to catch my live stream, there's probably going to be 2 of them tomorrow. There's a small chance I'll only be able to do one, but I'm definitely trying to do 2. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you there. We've got the 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, and King of Cups. So this is, I think, a situation where we have an ending or a sense of betrayal, maybe a disappointment, a sense of loss, a sense of not really putting in what somebody should have, or relying too heavily on the other person to lift the weight. This could be a work situation. This could be a romantic situation. This could be a family, right? But this King of Cups, I feel like we have somebody that is feeling a little bit of regret or a little bit of perhaps guilt over how something has been handled. So I feel like this King of Cups is the person who's being told, don't judge yourself too harshly. For some of you, you may find this is more of a King of Cups that is being advised to not judge somebody else too harshly. Hello there, Aya. How are you doing? Hello, Jess. Hello. Wait, did I already say? I think I said hi to Illuminati. I know, Jimmy. I don't know. Something just told me I had to come back. All right, let's see. So we have the Hermit and the Queen of Cups and the Four of Swords in the reverse. So I do feel like the conflict is between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Remember not to get too focused on the gender. We're just reading energy here, but I do feel like the Queen of Cups is, for some of you, oh, this is going to get a little complicated. All right, let me just ask something really quick. Okay, so keeping in mind that the Dark Goddess Oracle book said either don't judge yourself too harshly or don't judge somebody else too harshly, there is a possibility this reading needs to be looked at with the frame of reference that this is about not judging yourself too harshly. Because it's more on the don't judge someone else too harshly, I'm going to focus on that thread. Because when I do this, you guys, there's a lot of energy, and basically I would say it's like organizing hair into 3 parts to do a nice French braid, or, you know, whatever it is, and folding things in a way where you can identify how your story fits. But I do feel like we have somebody that has a genuine appreciation for the person that they're going to be talking to. So I don't know if this is just a friendship or perhaps, you know, more complicated than that. But with the Emperor coming out, I do feel we have somebody that is ready to take accountability. So 7 of Pentacles in the reverse and the Fool. I think the reason we have don't judge too harshly is because there's going to be an initial part of the story that I feel could be kind of ripe for battle, right? Like, why did you do it that way? Were you thinking about the consequences? But if you listen to what's actually going on, I think you're going to begin to understand that the story was actually more complicated than that. In other words, I feel like you have an understanding of the situation that is the tip of the iceberg, and this person's going to let you know what the rest of the story is. So I think the don't judge too harshly is almost like don't judge too quickly. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. For some of you, this is somebody who is telling you what happened and asking you not to judge someone else, like a third party. This could be like an intercessor kind of thing. The number 8 is important. We have the number 8 on the 8 of Pentacles, as well as the 8 of Wands coming out right now. And then we've got the Page of Cups in the middle. So it feels to me like we have somebody that has been laying the groundwork, figuring things out. We could have somebody here who has been doing a little bit of research. This feels to me like somebody who needed to find out the truth in a complicated situation. So again, this could be a lot of different kinds of stories, but I do feel like it's one where you don't necessarily know how complicated something actually was. And I don't think that's your fault. I feel like you didn't have access to that information, right? All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. Hello there, Michael. Oh, I see there's a belated birthday wish. Happy belated birthday, Aya. I hope you had a good day. Hello there, Pharaoh. Hello, Faith. Michael, how them puppies doing? Hello, WJ. How are you doing? You're not late. We're only 10 minutes in. You're good. You're good. Yeah, Peggy, isn't that the truth? There's a lot of people out there that maybe need to, like, ease off the gas a little bit on the judgment stuff, right? Yeah, so we've got the moon and the man with a shirt. Okay, so this is starting to come together. I feel like there's something here where it's easy to assume the worst of a person. Maybe they were not able to communicate. Maybe they were in an unfortunate or uncomfortable situation. I feel like there's a reasonable person would look at the situation or what you know about it and think, okay, well, that's kind of crappy. But when this King of Cups man with a shirt tells you what's going on, you may be surprised. Yeah. So this King of Cups has exhibited strength or wisdom in a difficult situation. And I do feel like for many of you, this is something that may have involved a crime. So this could be somebody who had to be involved in an investigation. This could be somebody who had to, like, for example, serve as a witness. This could be somebody who had to deal with domestic issues within their family. I hope everyone's safe. If anyone has a moment and is able to say or share anything as far as like a 1-800 number for people that are dealing with domestic violence, I would really appreciate that. Hello there, Tease. Hello, Phoenix. How are we doing? But this is somebody who exhibited, I think, integrity and strength dealing with a difficult situation. This could be somebody that was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, so there's this temptation to, because we don't have all of the information, to assume the worst and think that this King of Cups was up to no good or was, operating with not so great intentions. All right, let's hear what's going on. This is the Fairy Lenormand. Hold on, let me try that again, but with like both my hands. I love that you guys are so nice to each other. Oh, we got the fox again? What does the fox say? This is number 14. And we have number 22, which talks about choices. This is the Paths card. Yeah, there's a choice this person has had to make, and it's either a choice you don't understand, and that's why you're talking, that's why you have questions, because you feel like they made the wrong choice. Then you're going to find out more information about what was really at stake here, and you're going to understand why they made the choice that they did. For others of you, you may not realize that this person was dealing with a really difficult choice. Not for everyone, because this is a general reading. But for some of you, this is somebody who had to sign off on I think it's called a DNR, do not resuscitate. And that's a heavy thing to deal with. Hugs to anybody that's dealing with that. Remember that you're just doing the best that you can. But this is somebody who I think is going to share that they had a pretty heavy situation that put them on a spot or made them feel like they had to make a pretty difficult decision with not as much time as they would have liked. This person, though, I think the situation has been resolved, right? Like I'm resolving something and now I feel like I can tell you what happened, right? This is the Tattoo Tarot. What else do we have? Ten of Cups in the reverse. Chariot. Five of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this looks to me like there was some sort of chaos or disintegration of a domestic situation. So this could be like a child helping a parent who's going through a divorce find a new home. This could be somebody realizing that their adult child needs to maybe temporarily move in with them. There's something here about, there's some difficult decisions I've had to make about family or living situations. For some of you, this might be about money. And I really needed to focus on that. For some of you, there was a situation that involved the cops or an ambulance. We have the Ten of Wands, Two of Swords in the reverse, and the Hierophant. There's, for some of you, a difficulty in accepting that there is an ending here, right? So for the smaller portion of you that are judging yourself too harshly, perhaps for how you handled a medical situation for a family member, this is very clear. You need to be appreciative of what you did do, or give yourself credit for all of the hard work you did put in. I feel like this is indicative of somebody's appreciation. Yes, there are always things that we can focus on in terms of little details, like I should have done this, I should have done that. But I feel like whoever's out there blaming themselves, you're being asked to chill. And for those of you where this King of Cups is coming to let you know what's been going on, I feel like there's going to be a moment here where you have the option to speak or withhold what you're about to say. And I feel like the majority of you are going to decide to hear the rest of the story first. And you're going to be very thankful that you did that. But there is some religious undertone here. For some of you, this King of Cups is looking at things in a different perspective because they had a different view of mortality, or they perhaps even had a near-death experience. We have somebody here that is feeling a little bit different in terms of their spiritual beliefs. There could be some of you that are struggling with those beliefs. I try not to make things focus on my own beliefs, but I do feel like it's helpful to believe in something, or at least be able to talk to others when you're going through a difficult time. So I encourage you to find something that embraces you during difficult times, right? We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. We have Death in the reverse. This is kind of getting a little spooky. There does seem to be some lingering grief, or maybe even survivor guilt here for somebody. And I sense that whoever has gone through that has been working steadily to recreate some balance or stability in their life after having, obviously and understandably a tough time. But with Justice in the reverse, it feels like there hasn't been If this was a crime, there hasn't been justice delivered. If this was, somebody who passed away really young, it's difficult to move past because there are answers you haven't gotten. So again, I'm sending you a big hug. This is like kind of difficult to read, but I do feel like this King of Cups finds some solace talking to the Queen of Cups, because even though initially there's a temptation for the Queen of Cups to judge the King of Cups, when the additional information is shared, I do feel like there is obviously, well, maybe not obviously, there is support offered by the Queen of Cups. There's also a sense this Queen of Cups hears this story and wishes that they had known earlier because they feel like they could have done something to help or to like ease the weight of this burden for somebody. Like, I wish you didn't feel like you had to do that all on your own. Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate you. Hello there. Is it Kahina? Oh, I'm sorry you feel ignored. I hope that changes for you. Hello there, Curtis. I don't want anyone to waste too much energy on things that you cannot change. Focus on what you can do going forward, because I do feel like this person is sharing what's going on so that they can, kind of let go of some of that burden, right? With the 10 of Wands. But again, we don't want to be too harsh, right? All right. This is the Pause Tarot. Hermit in the reverse. Strength in the reverse. All right. So this is not an easy thing to say, but if we have a decision that somebody had to make, right? Our King of Cups, this could be about lifestyle decisions. This could be about how to take care of yourself. I just had in my mind a flash to I think it was an episode of Long Island Medium where parents came to talk to her because they had lost a son like recently, I think a couple months before. And then off camera, there was their other son, the brother, right? And the reading ended up being a little bit more so for the brother because the brother had been partying, trying to basically escape the loss of his brother because it was overwhelming. But the way his brother had passed was doing drugs. So the message for that young man was your brother who's passed away would be very upset if you followed him in the same way. You cannot do the grieving process the way that you're currently doing it. And this is somebody who admittedly was definitely a partier. I think the way he phrased it was, I partied like that a million times before, and that was like the first time he partied like that. So this looks to me like there's somebody who loses an individual, and how that person has passed away or how they lost that connection is meant to inspire them to change in a way that they have previously been reluctant to change. I'm not saying for everyone it's that example, but there is some sort of pivot, some decision that had to be made. And I feel like there's a traumatic situation that pushes the King of Cups or has pushed the King of Cups back towards the new beginning that they're supposed to have. Hello there, Sonia, or Sonia. I don't know how you pronounce it, but welcome. Did you, Faith? That's too funny. Her hair is wild, isn't it? All right. We've got the Fool in the reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So basically, this King of Cups has been given the opportunity to make a change and is inspired by a difficult situation they've been through. This Queen of Swords is our King of Cups. This is somebody who acknowledges, I know that I have made some decisions that were not the best. I know I could have done things a little bit differently. I know maybe I haven't been acting my age, whatever it is. This is somebody looking at themselves, introspection. I know that if I work on this, I'll be happier with who I am as a person the next day, right? Because with Nine of Swords, whatever they did try was not working, right? Like that dude just trying to party and forget that he lost his brother, that wasn't working. So we have somebody admitting, or who in the past admitted, I need to do something real. I can't just like, la, 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 nothing happened. Because that doesn't actually address anything, right? Page of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like this King of Cups at some point made a decision that affects who they connect to, who they socialize with, who they work with. They may have moved to a different area altogether. They might have stopped hanging out with a particular group of people. But with the Page of Swords in the reverse, I feel like this is that message. You don't have to live that way. You don't have to do things that way. You can choose to approach things in a way that might scare you, but gets things done in a much more effective way, right? So this person may have unexpectedly met a really great new friend, may have, unexpectedly found a great new job, and from there they can build a new community. But we have somebody making different choices. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Hierophant in the reverse. And the Devil. So what has enabled this King of Cups to move forward is a willingness to admit that there is an issue. This could be somebody who is trying to not be upfront or honest about what was really going on. Again, that could be something to do with a substance. Doesn't have to be. This could also be, maybe spending too much time playing video games. Eating instead of finding a way to process those emotions in a different way. I used to treat myself, if I had a really bad day, I used to treat myself with really not good food for myself and a giant sugar drink. I say it's my Dr. Peppers at the table. I really can't talk, you guys. This is somebody who had to realize I have convinced myself or justified a particular behavior, a particular lifestyle, and I cannot do that anymore. I have to be honest with myself that this change that I've avoided is something that I have to do in order to get this Two of Pentacles. Because you guys, we had the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, literally clarifying the Two of Pentacles in the upright. Somebody realized, until I fix this, until I make a change, I'm always going to have some issues in terms of stability. But if I take charge of it, then, maybe I can have a different experience. All right. This is the Ghost Tarot. What else do we have? Queen of Swords again. So we could have some Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra energy here. But remember, we also have somebody that was looking for justice. And that's definitely some Libra energy right there. I always mix these up. Okay, this is the Star in the reverse. Ooh, okay. So unhealed energy rendered an opportunity undesirable or not realistic. So this could be somebody who realized that until they actually addressed this issue that they had to deal with, it was going to continue to cause problems for them. Again, for some of you, this could be seeking out therapy, right? If there was a traumatic event that you needed to talk through. We've got somebody taking action on that thing that they had tried to avoid doing for so long. And I'm proud of you. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. There is an angry reaction here. Look, when you decide to make a decision that benefits you, but maybe impacts people that you run in social circles with negatively, they're probably going to tell you can't do it or say that it's not a good choice, right? Hello there, cool girl. Hello, Jane Doe. No need to apologize. Hello, Marianne. How are you doing? Yeah, so look, we've got somebody here who feels rejected because this person wants to change their life. I don't know how many of you have seen an episode of Intervention, but one thing that was pretty consistent, and I'm sure is consistent in general with regards to rehab, is you've got to let go of communicating every day with the people that you have probably been communicating with, right? They would, if there was a couple that was dealing with an addiction together, they would get help separately, right? So there's somebody here who feels abandoned by your decision. Maybe you're leaving a job and they feel like now they don't have a work wife or a work husband. Maybe this is somebody in your family who feels like you moving away is rendering them, friendless. There's somebody here who's mad because you're making a change that is beneficial for you, but isn't for them. Now, don't judge yourself too harshly, right? Six of Swords in the reverse and the Five of Swords in the reverse. This person who feels threatened by the changes this King of Cups is making is looking for a way to cause problems, looking for a way to make it difficult for this King of Cups to make this change or to start a new life. They feel left out, rejected, or, unable to join this person. So the caution here, or the call to action, is to be aware that this person who's angry could ruin everything. And I don't like to be so melodramatic, but if somebody sees that you are trying to better your life and their solution is to try to ruin that for you, you got to ask yourself why you would want somebody like that in your life. You deserve to be surrounded by people that want to see you happy, want to see you healthy, want to see you make the right decisions for your life. If you have people in your life that claim to love you, who really just think about what you do as a means to improve their own life or enable their own life, then that is not a person who loves you for you. That is a person who loves what you do for them. So we have a King of Swords, and this is somebody who is smart. That's you. Somebody who sees the reality of the situation. So you're going to have to align it for me, okay? You're either the King of Cups or you're the Queen of Cups. But I see you as the King of Swords, perhaps because both of those energies are the King of Swords. We have somebody here that knows how to navigate this situation, in part because they've decided to listen to their intuition or finally, be honest with themselves, right? Is that the same thing? Probably. Yeah. All right, let's turn it to that. All right, this is the Tarot of the Nile. What else do we have? Queen of Cups. Two of Cups in the reverse. Two of Wands and the Empress. So it feels like when the King of Cups last spoke to or encountered the Queen of Cups, there was an argument or there was like a not so great goodbye. Maybe it was rushed. When this King of Cups comes back to the Queen of Cups or wants to talk about this situation, they find an Empress. Somebody who has still has the capacity to be kind, but is not known exclusively for their kindness. What do I mean by that? Sometimes when you are seen as the sweetheart or somebody who is really kind, what people are really saying is you don't stand up for what you want. You don't call people out when they're wrong, right? I'm not saying be a jerk about it. Oh, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. No, what I'm saying is you got to know how to leverage that kindness and that genuine energy while also being an advocate for yourself. And I feel like that's the difference here. We have a Queen of Cups who is nobody's fool. Okay. So that King of Swords, that's you too, right? So when this King of Cups comes back around, part of the issue of not being too judgmental is when you are a Queen of Swords, King of Swords, you're going to be able to, call somebody out on their crap. And you're being told, don't do that until you have all the information, and then maybe you won't call them out, right? Hello there, upper echelon. How are you doing? Hello, dude. How's it going? Have I said hello to Curtis? I think I did. All right. What else do we have? We have the Three of Wands in the reverse, the Six of Swords in the reverse. So this Queen of Cups, Empress energy has felt like the lack of action has made things worse since the difficult conversation or not so great goodbye, which is why the Queen of Cups is being advised to not judge too harshly. There's more to the story than this Ten of Swords, this ending. Four of Wands in the reverse, and it has to do with instability, Hierophant, and the Eight of Cups. There's a reason of integrity that this person actually walked away, and that's what this Queen of Cups Empress is going to hear from the King of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups. This person wishes that they had told you earlier on what was really going on. They may have felt like they needed to be really cautious who they were speaking to, especially if they didn't really know who to trust. It's possible they were worried about information getting back to whoever this angry person is or their family. But I do see this King of Cups wishing that they had been honest with you sooner, or wishing that they had chosen to be honest with you the entire time, right? And actually like confide in you. Ace of Wands in the reverse. There's something here that the Queen of Cups said to the King of Cups that would have helped them avoid some trouble. It's possible for some of you it was not the Queen of Cups that gave this advice, but I think for the majority of you, this King of Cups is going to tell the Queen of Cups, Empress, that, you know, you told me I should have done something differently, or you said you would have done it this way, and I really wish that I had done it that way. That being said, they have come out as the Hermit, so they've learned something. They do have a lot of respect for the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this person has, like I said, a lot of respect, but I also feel like there's love here. It doesn't have to be romantic love. For many of you, this is a family situation, but I do feel like this is going to be a reunion where this person says, I want you to know what actually happened. And if we can, you know, move on from here, I want to, for some of you, this person wants to be a protector for the Queen of Cups. For others of you, this is a romantic connection. They want to be like making things official. But this is somebody who intends to not leave their post, right? They intend to live their life a little bit differently. Good for you. I am proud of you. Oh, what did I miss? Hello there, Ego. How are you doing? Does it? Well, hopefully that's not true. I don't really sense manipulation here, except for from the person that wants to prevent the King of Cups from moving forward. It's a general reading, but my read is this is somebody who has learned that they need to do things a little bit different, right? All right, let's get a few from the Earth and Bone Oracle. What's up, Tiana? How are you doing? Hello there, Bruce. How are you? We have number 10, Roots, and number 8, Blood Moon. So on the Roots card, it says, what does that say? Oh, endowment, ancestry, memory, legacy, and tradition. And for Blood Moon, it says illusion, uncertainty, confusion, secrets, egotism, and narcissism. So I do feel like this King of Cups has been dealing with some egotism in terms of the connection or the kind of like codependency with this angry individual. Sorry, my lip is peeling. It's all that like black lipstick, you guys. Look at that, Tiana, getting compliments on the picture. It's great. It's great. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Peggy, I trust. I love that. Look, you guys, I feel like there's somebody who's had to break with some sort of tradition. This could be, you know, issues with the family or issues with what somebody was taught, having to redefine their own approach, perhaps with that Hierophant card. I do feel like tomorrow is significant in terms of, for many of you, this could be when somebody is confident to communicate, or this could be when somebody is making a lot of changes. It's the end of the month tomorrow, so we could have somebody who's actually like moving out or moving into a new place. But yeah. All right, let's get a few from the Kipper. What else do we need to know? Marriage, number 3. Lovers. And Journey in the reverse. So for many of you, there was a decision here to end a relationship on the King of Cups side. This marriage card can be indicative of a contract as opposed to a marriage. So this could also have something to do with inheritance or some sort of property. But we have somebody that was unwilling to budge, unwilling to compromise. Regarding property, perhaps, because now we have the house. And so this started an issue. So a living situation could have been at the root cause of this person's difficulties. Yeah. And then feeling like nobody would really help them. All right. This is the Spiritual AF deck. I know it's Tiana's favorite. All right. What else do we have, please? Don't be an ungrateful shit. I'm not saying you are, this could be for somebody else. But it's good, in general advice. Look, you guys, I won't lie. There are times where I'm just like going along, driving to the grocery store, and I'll just randomly be like, thank you. Maybe I'll thank my uncle. Maybe I'll thank my grandfather, for making sure I knew that this beautiful part of the country existed because I used to come visit him. Somebody earlier, I think, asked if I was from Minnesota. I grew up in Minnesota and spent the majority of my life there, but I live in Tennessee now. There's a call to action here to remember to be grateful or thankful for the things that are going well. And that seems to make sure that you get more of those things. In order to love who you are, you can't. What? What is that supposed to say? It says mate, like M-A-T-E. Hate. It's an H. It's an H, you guys. All right, I got this. In order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you. I got it. I made it, you guys. There are difficult things we go through. And you know what? I have made a complete ass of myself at least 200 times, you guys. Like a complete ass of myself. I've told you about a lot of the highlights, right? Falling down a big staircase in the middle of a 2-story bar, probably towards the top. Lots of falling stories or saying really stupid things. But you know what? I wouldn't change any of it. I really wouldn't change any of it. Again, I've done some really dumb things, but I got some great stories. I just shared one with Tiana earlier tonight. I share a ton of them with you guys anyways. But look, we can't waste time judging ourselves too harshly over the dumb things that we do, because at the end of the day, it helps us avoid making future dumb decisions, right? That's not saying I've never fallen again. I fall all the time. But you know what? Now I know how to laugh at myself about it. Now I don't cry like a little bitch when it happens. Oh, I just said this in a reading yesterday. Maybe it was earlier today, actually. No is a full sentence. If there's something you don't want to do, if there's something you don't need to do anymore, then I really feel like it's just fine for you to say no. This could be about the person who's angry, right? When you are wrong, admit it. When you are right, be quiet. I'm gonna tape this on my refrigerator, you guys. I don't know if it's gonna be in the thick tomorrow because I need to remember this one. Okay. What I like to joke that one of my favorite things ever to hear is if somebody says, you were right, I'll be like, oh my God, say it again. What? Oh, it's so great. Yeah, no, I love that. I probably need to not do that anymore. We don't need to rub it in anybody's faces if we're right, right? Don't judge other people too harshly. Basically, judging is not fun and is inadvisable when you could instead be, I don't know, dancing, making somebody laugh, doing something nice for somebody who doesn't expect it. Um, there's plenty of things we can do, right? As opposed to judging ourselves or other people too harshly. Okay. Yeah. Exhale it. You don't need it. It's not worth. No. All right. Last one is the moment that you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one, which ties in really nicely to the one that I pulled earlier that said you should be expressing some gratitude. So take a moment, find a way to do that, even if it's just Carmen's silly, random in the car, all by myself. I can say what I want. Nobody can like look at me weird. So I'm going to express my gratitude then, right? Go ahead, steal it from me. You know you want to. Or maybe like while you're drinking your coffee in the morning or reading a newspaper. If you smoke cigarettes while you smoke a cigarette, you'll find time. I believe in you. All right. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I've got one more costume for you tomorrow. I hope you can hang out with me on my live stream. Otherwise, happy Halloween. Be safe. If we're gonna do anything like a prank, make sure everybody's not, everybody's safe, right? All right. I'll see you in the next reading. Toodles.